All right, we're going to draw the foot starting with a figure eight. So we're going to put a figure eight up here on our paper. And we're going to think of that figure eight as being a shape that will lead us into our footprint. So if I draw that figure eight again, and I flatten the sides, and then I add a small arc up here for the big toe, and then I go ahead and shade the whole thing in with lines like this just to indicate that it's all one form. That is, in essence, our footprint. So what you want to think about is taking that figure eight and drawing it in perspective that's going to fit positions of the foot. For example, drawing the figure eight like this, where the foot looks like it's intersecting the ground, and putting the big toe in the front, and then putting a little straight line here and here, is a good way to start to perceive how that figure eight can affect the drawing of your foot. Let's do one where it's coming towards us. So there's our figure eight. There's our two straight lines. Here's our big toe. All right, so if we do that again, put the straight lines. Here's where we brought the big toe out. Now I'm going to put the toenail. And the outer edge of that big toe. And then I'm going to put the little toe with the small toenail in it. Carry that up so that we look at this bottom arc. And we think about the boundaries, the big toe and the little toe, as being parts of what we want to think about when we're drawing the overall foot. So the boundaries of the big toe and the little toe to start. So let's draw a bigger version. So one thing that's good to do is to practice drawing the figure eight in all different positions freehand. Now let's go ahead and put in the flattened sides. Let's add that little arc for the big toe. Now up here, we're going to have our leg bones. So this is your tibia. And then over here, we have the fibula. So in reference to what I did over here, I'm going to put the big toe with the toenail. And then I'm going to bring this curve and flatten it right there. I'm going to make sure that this is flat. Then I'm going to bring this part of the toe up, curve it in, and I'm going to bring the contour of the foot over the ankle at the tibia. And this is your medial malleolus of your tibia. Then we're going to bring a small arc and connect it with one more curve. Now over here, we have a heel that's going to come down. So we're going to bring down our outer contour over the fibula. So that's called the lateral malleolus of the fibula. Then this is going to curve in at the heel and it's going to flatten off. Put a little arrow right there. We're going to put the little toe. So there's the toenail, curve it around, flatten it off right there. And then bring that up, flatten it off here, bring that up, flatten it off here, and then bring that up. So we've got 3 places where we want to make sure that we put a straight line, because this is where the foot is intersecting with the ground. The space that's in between this arc right here is going to be filled up with the 3 remaining toes. I always start with the toenail. And there you go. So you've got your foot coming at you towards the front. Over here, we're going to do a foot from the side and the inside as well. There's our figure 8, flattened sides, big toe right there. We're not going to see the fibula, but we will see the tibia. We'll also see the talus. And we'll see what we call the calcaneus. Okay, so those are the main bones that we see coming off of the tibia. We're going to have the Achilles tendon. We're going to have a curve of your heel, and then it's going to flatten off right there. Now in front, we'll put the big toe, the toenail. And when we curve that around, make sure that this is flat right there, and then we'll curve it up. Carry the top of the toe. Then we're going to see not all the toes, but a portion of maybe the next 2 toes. So this swings up, make sure it's flat right there. Then we have another curve that's going to come from here, and it's going to go up through the middle of the foot. That is your arch. So we'll bring that up. And then in between the heel and this arc, we're going to put another straight right there. And then we can bring down the contour of the front of the leg where the tibia is. And then we're going to bring a curve that intersects with the toes right there. And this curve is referred to as the ramp of the tendons. All right, let's see if we can do a figure 8. Right here, flatten sides. We're going to do the big toe on this side for this view. Flat right there, flat right there. Straight, and then another flat, and then the heel is going to come up. Tibia, it's right here. Fibula on that side. Outer contour. Put the little toe in here. an arc down and then connect it. Then we'll finish off with the 3 remaining toes. There we go. And then we'll add our Achilles tendon. So we want to make sure that that's flat there, and it's flat here, and right there. One more. Let's have our figure 8 do something a little bit like this. Okay, so it looks like the foot is coming off the ground. We're going to connect the sides. We're going to bring the Achilles tendon coming down like this and then come out into the heel so we can see the underside of the foot. In the front, we'll bring an arc and then we'll extend this out. So it's going into the big toe. And then we'll bring this angle in, coming like that. So you can see that this part of the foot, the ball of the foot, is going to look like this. So if I were to put diagonals through there, this is the impression that is left if you lift the foot up. Okay, so the footprint is reduced to that because that's what we call the ball of the foot, because the rest of the foot is lifted off the ground. So you can think about this shape as it pertains to the inside here. Okay, so you could even put those little diagonals in there just to see through the foot and how it leaves that impression. All right, so let's bring this back here. I hope you gained something with the figure 8 in regards to turning that into your footprint, learning how to draw it in perspective, where it is going to be, coming out at us, or from the side view, or something like this where it's lifting off the ground. And then how to do the foot on different sides. Like here we had the big toe on this side where we're seeing the outside of the foot. Here we have the big toe over here where we can see the inside of the foot with that angle, that arch. So that is our oblique riding system, where here it's our horizontal support system. All right, thank you so much. I hope you got something out of that.